Morning everyone. Literally just was catching up on the soaps this morning. So EastEnders, obviously Jake and Alfie reunited. I think we were kind of waiting on that. Alfie was obviously really hurt by what he's done, which I don't blame him. I'm like, you shouldn't have done any of that. So yeah, loved all that, to be fair. Also in EastEnders, Louis is the bully to Ollie, which I was like, oh my god. But it does kind of make a little bit of sense, because I was thinking like they were going quite hard on the story, and I was thinking, why are they going quite hard on the story if it's not a kid around here? And obviously it is. So yeah, there's that. And then Coronation Street, Jodie got shown her drunk on purpose. Like, what is Jodie's game? She confuses me sometimes. And also Theo obviously leaving Todd and Summer without anything. Yeah, and Todd had to ask George and had to work things out. Also, Megan, I'm like so annoyed at what she's saying with little Sam, because it's just, she doesn't need to do any of this, and I feel bad for Sam because he's basically getting put through the ringer for no reason. Hollyoaks, I'm loving all the Warren stuff. Obviously Warren found out today about Tin Head, and that Tin Head had been using his identity, and of course it was not best pleased at it, as we were all expecting. So love that. Also loving the Ro and Rex stuff. We've seen a little bit more of that today when Ro was kind of at the garage, and that was quite cool. So that was good. And then Emmerdale, obviously Victoria and Robert are literally just trying to keep this together, and they're doing an alright job, but I think that Robert feels like Victoria's not on his side, but she is. Like, she really is. I just think that Victoria has a really big conscience, and she's always a person to want to do something right, and she's kind of a little bit desperate to do that, but she's not getting the chance to do that because obviously everybody's making these deals and doing all this stuff kind of behind her back, and she's not getting an opportunity to do what is right. So yeah, I think she's just confused by it all. She doesn't know what's right, and she's trying to do the right thing, but it's not really working out for her. So I was watching Katie's vlog, Miss Katie on here. Basically she's getting ready to go to Australia. She's gone there to study abroad, which is really cool. And then I watched the Inside Soap podcast. Honestly, I love Laura Jane and Johnny. Basically they were just talking about a couple of things that's coming up in our soaps that I'm actually quite excited about. So one of the first things that I'm really excited about is Coronation Street. There's going to be this murder, right, and basically we're going to get this flash forward episode 2 around April time, and basically what's going to happen is, long story short, we know that Betsy is going to find this body, but we don't know who the body is, and we don't, like, just yet, and we don't know how they've been killed or anything like that. But I think there's going to be like a potential around 5 victims, and Corey hasn't said exact victims yet, but I'm sure they will coming up. But yeah, I think like Laura Jane and Johnny were talking on the podcast about who they think victims are, and I kind of agree with Laura Jane. Like, Laura Jane mentioned Carol. I don't want it to be Carol because he's just coming into his own with this story with Debbie, and I really want to like explore that and kind of see where it goes, because obviously we've just found out that Debbie is his mum, and there's a lot more things to uncover there. I would like for Debbie to be able to end up spending time with them, and yeah, I'm just not ready for that one to end just yet. And then like another one she was saying was Theo. Now I completely agree with Theo, because obviously we all hate Theo. He's an absolute narcissist, such an awful person who's been horrible to our Todd, which I know that a lot of us love Todd over the last like couple of years. So we would not mind it being Theo whatsoever. Megan has been mentioned. Now the thing with Megan, it would be really dark if it was Megan, because obviously we know that she's got this situation going on with Will, and they're in the relationship that is like completely, utterly wrong. But the thing is, it would be like quite dark if it was her, because obviously she's pregnant, and you know, it would be a double murder if they murdered her and the baby. So I'm not so sure like that would be a good idea. And I think like with the pregnancy and the like introduction of the child, I think there's going to be more to come from that, which is good and fair enough. We'll see where it goes. Also, another one that people want, that Laura Jane and Johnny were mentioning, was Becky, because I think this, and Johnny said this at the time, and I felt the exact same thing, and he said it again in today's podcast, that Becky is not over. I don't think her story's over. I know that the reunion was like really huge, and it caused all the problems for Carla and Lisa and Betsy and all the family, but I genuinely don't think that it's over. I think that there's more to come from Becky. I think that she isn't finished quite yet, and yeah, we just have more to see from her. And I'm kind of leaning more towards it being Becky at the minute, if she is going to be one of the people that could be involved, just because, number one, it would be a twist. Number two, it would be a reason that she would have been back. We would find out that she was back and everything like that. And number three, Betsy finding it. Obviously, I'm thinking that this person might be really relevant to Betsy. The fact that she finds them, is there a connection? Are they relevant somehow? And obviously with other people that might be involved, they might get more relevant to Betsy as time goes on. Obviously we'll have to watch the flash forward and then keep watching over the next few months, couple of months to see. Yeah, but that'll be exciting. And then they were also talking about that in EastEnders, they have had an issue of the magazine, the Soap, Inside Soap magazine, with Alice and James and I can't remember his name, but the guy that plays Ross, basically all of them, because obviously we've got the love triangle story with Vicky and Ross and Zach. I love this story. Personally for me, I want Vicky, and to be honest, I don't know who I want her with, because I am at the point where I'm kind of understanding the reasons for both and why both might work. So I'm not 100 on who I want her with, because I'm getting why she could be with either. But yeah, and then Emmerdale, Bayard is going to be charged with manslaughter coming up. So yeah, it's not looking too good for that situation. I don't want Bay to be charged, because obviously yes, he killed Ray, but Ray was not a nice man and he didn't just do it for no reason. So yeah, I'm not sure what I want to come of that. But yeah, it was really, really good. I love the Inside Soap podcast. Definitely watch it if you're a soapy fan like me, because it's just amazing, amazing. So guys, I was just scrolling doing everything right, and Teen Mum Gang, can we just tell me something? So Janelle started this new podcast called MILF something. I don't even know the name because I wasn't even paying that much attention, but MILF something or other. And basically, she started this, and Kaylin has basically put up this stupid daft post about it. Why are Janelle and Kaylin always going at each other? I actually don't get what the problems are, to be honest with you. Janelle wasn't put off the show, David was put off the show first, and then Kaylin decided to leave because she said that they weren't showing her properly and all that, which is rubbish, by the way. She just said it. So, God knows what's happening there, but what I want to know is why they're actually still going on at each other.
Don't care.
The results of the heart rate challenge, honestly, Whitney is so annoyed that her and Damon are the couple that raised each other's release, and Sean and Lucinda being the one to do the most. Honestly, we all thought they were fake. Maybe they're no fake after all. And do we actually think something's going to happen with Belle and Sean? Because, I don't know, it's given something's going to happen, and it's given Leanne's going to be annoyed.
Do you know what I mean?
Guys, this is crazy behaviour. Basically, Belle's just pulled Scott to the secret garden and they're having this conversation. But it's so hypocritical because, Belle was so annoyed when Lucinda did it with Sean. And now we've seen their heart rate challenge that Lucinda and Sean are maybe the real deal, to be honest with you, since they raised each other's heart rates the most and everything. And she's now making mad moves pulling Scott. I just reckon Leanne's going to dead this situation. She's just not going to put up with this. So yeah, Love Island's finished. Honestly, Bella's just doing exactly what Lucinda did to her. And obviously there's going to be a big rowan argument about that. So yeah, that seems to be what's coming. But yeah, that's about it for the night. We're not doing much else. We're just about to get ready to go to bed soon. So I'm going to end this video here. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.